What's up, Pyros? Let me get the chat pulled up here. See if any of you guys tune in. Just doing my setup for the 4th. It's been raining all week, so kind of trying to get a head start here before the week comes up. Because, I mean, the 4th is right around the corner, so gotta get everything set up. How's it going, Steven? Nice you to check in there. How you guys doing? How's it going, Alan? What are you guys up to? As I was kind of saying, I don't know if you guys heard me, I'm set up my 4th of July display. Here in the Midwest, it's been raining every day this week since Saturday. So we're gonna do a lot of setup inside, unfortunately. See if you guys want to hang out for a little bit. First time here? Oh, well, hopefully you enjoy it there, Alan. Typically, I do a couple live streams throughout the year, but I figured I live stream today as kind of frustrated, not going to be able to do my full stash complete walkthrough. Obviously, with the rain delaying that, it's going to have some problems. Waiting on the 4th? Ah, Steven, what do you got? You got a good assortment of stuff on your side to shoot, I assume? Oh, you're selling Hell's fireworks? Man. If only you were selling wholesale by the case, I might swing by. Depending on where you guys are at. Hopefully the lighting isn't too horrible in here. Might have to get another light. But I'm just here setting up the show. I don't know if you guys can hear that thunder outside, but it is storming. Which is a good thing, as it's supposed to stop on July 2nd, 3rd, and 4th when I got to shoot 3 different displays on those 3 days. So hopefully we get lucky on that. See if we can move you a little bit closer to the light here. There, it might be a little bit better. Oh, you're in Arkansas? Okay. Yeah, I'll be down there a little bit after the 4th. I gotta shoot a fellow KCAP member's display, put on one of the shows there. So I'll be down the Arkansas-Oklahoma border around the weekend of the 17th. I'm assuming you guys won't be open. UA6 Pyro, how's it going? Nice you to join in here. Pyro Nights. I mean, Pyro Nights, if you got your stash already, that's cool. If you don't want to post it, that's all right. I mean, we all enjoy like seeing what everyone else is able to pick up in their area. So, I mean, even a little 1-minute video of stash, you know, all of us pyros, they're addicts, or we wouldn't be doing it year round or buying as much as we do. So, yeah, I won't be able to, unfortunately, do my full stash since typically I'd set it up outside, and with it raining right now, and it's rained for the last 5 days, and I need at least about 6 hours to set it up, record it, and put it all away before it gets wet. And I got like 60, 70 cases to do. Probably not going to be able to get through that. So, figured I'd see what you guys are up to on this, let's see, Wacky Wednesday at 3 o'clock, my time. All right, let me get the igniters. How's it going, John Klein, Johnny Garcia, Steve? Okay, Indiana. Pretty decent sized building. Hopefully you got your Hales product there, Alan, as I try to get a wholesale order through them. And unfortunately, Amy wasn't able to get me anything, so no Hales fireworks this year, unfortunately, by the case. So most of you guys already have a 4th of July show set up and prepped, or you guys shouldn't be shooting anything, just going to be kind of hand shooting a couple things, or what do you guys got planned? Yeah, Alan, I had about probably 20 cases from last year, and I got about 40 plus this year. So definitely got about 2.5 pallets worth of fireworks. And it's kind of difficult to get all that out by myself. And obviously we don't want no rain on the product, so if we can't get no dry rain for at least 6-hour stretch during the daytime, then I can't really do it. So, and it sucks because my biggest order of the year came in, what was it, this past Friday, so what, 4 or 5 days ago, and that was 14 cases worth. And that was, a big part of my stash, so I didn't want to do the stash overall complete when I was getting that many cases. So, and it's rained every day since I got that order. It even rained on the day that I picked up the order. Luckily enough, I was able to drive the truck up there and get everything before it started raining, because I was able to fit, 14 cases in the cab of the truck, luckily. Michigan, what's up, Pyro Nights? Okay. Fountain Loving, California here. Satinder Jit, I always butcher that name. So is it Satinder Jit 4? Is that how I say it right? How much do I spend on 4th of July? It really just depends year by year. Ever since I started a YouTube channel, I kind of had to make sure I had at least 52 different products to demo a year. This past year, I've been kind of shooting at least 2 demos in the off season. So I got to figure I got to have 102 different fireworks to have enough content on the channel that I want to kind of get for you guys. So you got to kind of spend a lot to get 102 different items. Obviously, we'll throw in some demos from displays that we've seen or demo shoots from fireworks stores. But when you're buying wholesale, typically you don't get a lot of assortments, right? So if you're buying one case, you're getting one product. Well, if I got to have 102 different demos and I'm buying wholesale, I need to not only buy a little bit of retail, attend some demos, and as well as you got to buy assortment cases wholesale, which that's what that most recent order was that I got from Fireworks Forever. I'd say 5 cases? 5 cases of product, and I was able to get like 21 different demo items. So, I mean, that's a good chunk for the year. You got 18 cases to board. Okay, well, see, for me, everyone says board. I typically don't. I shoot on a very, very flat level ground. And typically, I'll duct tape multiple cakes together. And that way, at the end of the night, I can just grab them by the wires to a burn pile. And then we usually burn it the night of the 3rd when I'm heading out. And obviously, where I'm shooting it at on the family side, they will get that stuff burnt while I get prepared to shoot a city display on the 4th this year. All right. So we got 4 cakes here. It's the Monster Truck by Epic. It's one of the new items I got. The reason why we're doing 4 at a time is I like mass launching on the 4th, and that's what we're going to do. I don't think there's a performance on this. And here it is. So we got crackling mines to red, green, cyan, blue, dahlia with green, red, gold, strobe, and crackling. So it's going to be a lot of crackling mines to crackling tails. So it's going to basically be a colorful crackle barrage. Looks like we knocked a little lift out when we were spinning that cake around. Let's see if we can put that back in there. Satindajit. Yeah, I'm still going to butcher it. Apologize, man. I'm not trying to badger the name. I just, English was hard. What's the best tool to poke that someone can get from a local store? Typically, mine, I kind of had it personalized. Big T Pyro from one of the members in KCAP was able to get this. Anything that's brass, as brass does not create a spark. So anything that's a brass tool is what you want to get, as that ensures you're not going to accidentally ignite that lift charge when you poke in. So anything brass. You can get some online. I know Amazon has them. Just make sure to kind of get the width of an E-match port or a little bit bigger. I don't know how well you guys can see that in the light. Let's see if we can maybe show you somewhat. I'm not got much light in here, but this shield or shunt that you always want over your E-match or MJG igniters, you want the poke to be a little bit bigger than that, so you can just slip that right in there in the hole that you made, so you don't have to kind of poke multiple times. So as we put it in, it just slides right in, and then we just tape it up. And then I like kind of prepping my tapes for all the cakes that I have on the table at the time. Just makes it easier. The one having the key. What's up? You're new to the channel from what I can tell. I don't recall seeing you up any while, so nice to meet you here. Hi Dylan TV, I already answered that. Made my own shells from Skylighter, can't wait to test them out. Yeah, that's one of the things I never kind of got in the firework industry. I never wanted to manufacture anything, as just, if I can't buy it, there's no point to it, but hopefully good luck to you on your endeavors. It is, Pyro Nights, making your own shells is cheaper, but you gotta know what you're doing, because you don't want to have any accidents. It's never fun to have a firework accident and you being the statistic of why they get taken away from us. Do you fuse cutters or scissors? So I use scissors to cut out the bottom of the cakes, and then shout out to Pyro Pooch. He turned me on to the multi-cut Ronin wire snippers, or fuse cutters is what I'm using them for. But they basically have a rubber bottom with like a long razor blade, so that way when you're cutting through that fuse, you're not creating any spark. Kind of the same concept with the brass awl. Both these tools prevent sparks, and when you're working with fireworks and black powder directly, you don't want to create a spark, obviously, because like today, I'm setting up in my house since I'm not going to be able to get outside to do it, and I really don't want to shoot a cake inside my house, you know? And I will let you guys know, you're on about like a 30-second delay, so if I apologize, it takes me a while to respond. And that's just the GoPro settings that I got. Hopefully the quality is a little bit better. So we're using the newer GoPro. We're able to get 1080. Unfortunately, it does have to stay widescreen. So hopefully it's not too horrible. And we're not shooting fireworks, so I don't need to get the 4K resolution. So figured we might as well live stream with a better camera. Let's see. Oh, hey, what's up, Pyro Crazed? Man, nice tape. Oh yeah, you know, you gotta have the, what was it, U-Haul tape, Dave's Magic Tape. For me, I like it. It likes to hold a flame, but it doesn't like to ignite itself, and I just buy it in bulk. I think I bought like 12 rolls from U-Haul on their online website. So now we got the E-Match in there. Obviously, I like to do the little tape over. And then this next part, you guys don't have to do. I just do it personally. I just like to keep the cake, you know, fire protected, so that way you don't have an open hole there. And then let me pull up the iPad here and see where in my show. So I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if you can read that. I know there's going to be a delay, so let's see if it's going to let you read that. Got my show script here. Hopefully you guys can see that. So we're looking at monster truck. So we got to do 4 monster trucks, 1 left, 1 right, and 2 middle, and that's Q3, channel 1. If you guys couldn't read that, basically it's a Cobra show creator script. I guess is what you call it. All right, so we need to get some tape. Oh, does Benny jump in here? What's up, Benny Cruz? Yeah, we're putting in the work, man. What's up, JJ? Fusing cake up, I see. Yeah, as I'm getting nothing but rain, let's see if Wi-Fi will be gentle to us. Let's see. There's the cakes I've already set up already. I know the lighting's gonna be horrible, but let's see how bad the rain is right now. Sun's out, but it's still raining. You can kind of hear it, obviously. So typically, I would set up my stash video right here and do all my prepping outside. But since I've had a lot of days of rain, which is why we're getting puddles here on the deck, it's kind of difficult to set up outside with, you know, fireworks, right? So that's why we're setting up on the inside and prepping what I can. Like I said, because I got to shoot a show on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and I got to have my show done on the 3rd before I, you know, go to that day. Oh, let's see. Legos and more 44. Nice of you to jump in here. So I was kind of asking the Pyros that I got here earlier, are you guys prepared for the 4th already? I mean, what is it, Wednesday? The 30th? So we got, what, 4 days left to the 4th? All right, so we're gonna put a 1, Q1, channel 13, and this is going to be the right side of the field. All right. Now, obviously, when I'm not recording and trying to keep you guys entertained here, I would have done this a lot quicker, and I would do all four at the same time, so it's kind of like an assembly line. But I figured if we're live streaming, gotta definitely reply to you guys. See what you guys are up to today on a Wednesday before the 4th. Can't wait for the 4th. Hey, I know. It's the one holiday of the year that I enjoy the most, by far. A lot of people look to Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, family time. For me, my family, we've always gotten together on 4th of July. And it's kind of brought me a lot closer with a lot of family members on the 4th. And it is just a whole day of fun. Because typically, if you guys don't recall, I do shoot my show on the 3rd of July every year. Up on the family's property. And I always try to make it about 15 to 18 minutes. This year we're looking about 20. As if fireworks do get as crazy as I expect them to next year, might as well do one last big bang before prices are too outrageous to where we can even do a full-on display. Because who knows if it went up, what, 25% this year, what's next year going to bring? It's not going to go down. Fireworks have never gone down in the years that I've been buying them. That's been, what, last 15 years? So, fortunately, we're going to have to deal with it. Just wanted to get rid of some space, actually, in the shed as well. Because I got 2.5 pallets taking up my little shed that you guys saw when I was showing you outside. And I needed some space. So I might as well shoot a lot of product. And I don't like shooting one at a time unless it's a really, really good cake. So, like for the 200 grams, I think we're shooting either 4 or 6 at a time. And then the 500 grams, we're either shooting 2 or 3 at a time. Except for a couple of zippers, we'll be shooting them by themselves because they're just good on their own. Alright, we got those 3 prepped. Let me get some more tape out so we can write the channels and cues when we plug it in. We be posting the show on the channel? Oh yeah. Since I shoot my show on the 3rd, the way it works is I got to not only clean up that hill on the 3rd, I have to then come home, edit, you know, a 20-30 minute video, depending on if I had time to set up, like do a setup walkthrough, and then let that render, edit, and get some sleep, as I got to shoot a pro show for a local city. I get to shoot on the dam on 4th of July. So it's going to be a lot of work the next, what, 4 days, starting tomorrow. And because tomorrow is the 1st, yeah. So it's going to be a lot of work. 10% bump, hey, you got lucky there. I was seeing anywhere from about 5% to 25% depending on the wholesale that I was looking through. Let's see, that kid. Okay, well, congratulations. Yeah, hopefully you feel better. Andy Old Chanter, go, go, go. I'm trying. Got to make sure I'm not leaving you guys hanging. All right. But yeah, typically if I ain't recording, I could probably knock out a cake in about a minute. You know, from pulling out of the box, poking it, matching it, taping it, and then putting the cue on it. All right, so we've already done right. So we got channel 1, Q3. We'll do this one left. And then the last 2, since we're gonna put them in the middle, we'll go ahead and just tie them together before we set them aside, so that way they're already kind of stabilizing themselves before we have to do it in the field. So I'm all about preparing as less in the field as I can, because typically, you know, it's 100 plus here in the Midwest. This year, we might be in the 80s, which is going to be awesome. Oh, we got this. What do we got here? Kart Racer, you're doing a show with 3 8-inch shells. Hopefully someone's got a license there. Make sure you guys are doing this legit, because I mean, I got mine and I would never stray away from it because I don't ever lose it. The monster truck is a sweet cake. Craig, I don't think that'll ever happen. I don't think there'll ever be a new law with magazines or that legalizes salute cakes for consumer market. There's a couple articles of Pyrotechnic that you can find out there that I don't think they're legit articles of Pyrotechnic. I think they just, use that label so they can get through the screening. Salutes aren't supposed to be for the everyday consumer, as fireworks are dangerous enough if you use them in the wrong fashion, like a 60-gram canister shell. I mean, that could do some damage to a person if they use it wrongly. And if you're giving them salutes that they can go buy at a store and they don't know what they're doing with it, that's a major safety hazard. And imagine if everyone you knew had, salute shells, salute crackers, all that. I mean, yes, some of us do, but not everybody. So if everybody did, every time someone would get mad, they just throw salutes at you or shoot salutes at you. Not would be a good day to live around that time frame. Because there's always going to be stupid people in anything you come across in this world. So why not give it to everybody? It makes sense. Okay. And I'm assuming you bought that retail there, Nicholas? I mean, that's about the retail prices this year. They are kind of up there. Retail side is where it really hit the most. What's your favorite 500-gram cake this year? Not OL. For me, it had to be that Major Riot cake that I shot earlier by Pyro King. First of all, it was red, white, and blue, so I loved it for that fact. And then it had a crackle shot. And the breaks and spread on them sounded like an OL, and I really thought it was. So that is by far my favorite 500-gram. That's why I was kind of mentioning, top 500-gram of the year. That is my favorite top 500-gram so far that I've shot that's non-OL. And then the little 200-gram, I think it's F16, I believe. That would be my favorite 200-gram, as, I was expecting a simple 200-gram breaks, but I mean, they were breaking like a hard-hitting 500-gram. I think it was F16 by Pyro King. So those are my two favorite cakes of the year so far that I've shot that are not overloaded. What's up, Holiday TV? Thanks for stopping in. Do you have an ATF license? Yes, I do, Jeff. I got my Type 54 display and my local state display permit, so I'm allowed to legally shoot professional fireworks. Obviously, when you got permits and insurance and product, obviously. Which, the 2nd of July, I'll be doing an all-cake show for a church through my license. And then on the 4th, I'll be helping on 1.3, 1.4 display. And like I said, we're going to be shooting off a dam at a lake property. And I'm really excited for that. When you're doing a pro show for someone, do they pay for the product or do you? Well, it depends. If you're into make commerce, which that's not the type of license I have, I just have personal use, so I can only purchase product and shoot for myself, basically. That is stuff that, let me get these together. That is something that I will, this really depends. If I'm in commerce, like a display company, and they're buying the product, then you have to go through, DOT, hazmat training, and all that stuff. So I do that for the display company that I work with. On the side, say if I want to shoot a show, sorry about the tape. So let me get this over with real quick. There we go. If I'm shooting for personal use, typically, like I say, if I want to use a buddy's property, I will get the permit, get the okay by the HOJ, and then depending on if I want to test out some 1.3 products or whatever, typically I'll buy it. They may pay for the product, but I'm still the one buying it, obviously. Display company, they buy it straight from the factory overseas. So it's already in their bunker. They just, quote the customer. All right, you want this effect, or you want this quality, you want this length. It just really depends on the customer and what they want for their type of display on the 4th. It's a good question, JJ. A lot of people ask about that. What's your budget for the year, that kid? Mine was around $3,000 to $5,000. I had to repair the car. I had to spend $3,000 on my used vehicle to repair it, since it kind of had a catalytic converter that was clogged up. It was fouling plugs, and then my transmission started sticking. So I had to fix both of those, like prime season for buying fireworks. So I got to spend $3 grand on that, unfortunately. So my budget went down to about like 3,000 on the low end is basically what I was able to spend this year without being completely broke. Let's see. You don't have any shells at the moment, just much small things? Yeah, to be honest with you, besides the ball shells that I got a week or so ago, the black box artillery, the dragon ones, I wasn't able to get a single canister kit this year that was affordable. All of them were way too extreme in price. So I didn't get any consumer canister shells. Luckily, I had some stash from last year, as if not, I would be in trouble because I didn't get any canister shells this year. That'll be what I'll be doing next year, since I have enough product in the shed to do 2 4th of July displays, including the show that I'm doing down in the Arkansas, Oklahoma area on the 17th. I have enough to do those 3 displays with the product that I have, and then we'll just be buying again next year or later this year, depending on where the Price is Right is at. Let's see. Comments, I'm way behind. States should legalize salutes. I don't believe they should. Because if they do, there's just going to be a lot more stupid people out there, unfortunately. Let's see. Well, that's not good. Hubert Steve Pyrotechnics shot a bamboo banger. Yeah, that's why we typically see cardboard and paper in any kind of fireworks. Because that stuff, you know, it's not going to be a projectile when it's coming out of there, right? And I wouldn't shoot anything that's made out of plastic. I mean, I'm really surprised they allowed shell kits to have plastic tops, because that just seems like a problem. All right, we're gonna work on case of smoke trails. We're gonna have 3 stations this year, so we're gonna have pretty much 3 pods of 4. It's gonna be for the daytime part of the display. We're gonna work on 4 at a time. Get all the fuses exposed so we can poke into them. Let's see, we missing comments yet? Wow, in Italy you need a gun permit to buy Cobra 6s? Okay, well, I mean, here in the States you gotta have the same type of license, the same classification of Type 54. And that's to buy a professional product, but then you can't just, you know, take it home with you. It has to be stored away professionally. Settinger Jet. Gonna butcher it every time, man. I apologize. To be honest, that depends on the display company. You're looking probably about anywhere from 25 to 10% of a city display, like the actual what they pay the firework company. That goes to the shooters. But then you also have to take into account for shooter's expense. So, like if you're buying lunch for the whole crew, or buying dinner before the show, or you know, if you're traveling long distances, that also goes into the shooter's budget that you get. So it just really depends on the display company and how big up you are in it. I mean, if you're a newcomer to being a lead operator, you may not get much, and you may be working on smaller shows. But if you're a bigger individual in the company, typically you'll get a bigger percentage. But that also means you have bigger shows to shoot, so you get a bigger profit margin. But to be honest, any of us that are shooting professional city displays, you're not really going to make that much money. It is definitely not a money-making thing. I mean, unless you're shooting for a family 24/7, you're not really going to be making a lot of money. And it's more of just a thrill to be able to be that close to something so destructive and be able to watch a display show, you know, 100 feet away versus, you know, half a mile away when you're in the crowd. And that's what it is for me. I enjoy it every year. My one requirement every year is I got to shoot at least one 3 display every year. As you know, being out there in the sun for 15 hours and then seeing, you know, 20 minutes, just those massive shells, and every one of them hit you in the chest as they leave the tube or gun. And then you have the brakes above, and it's surreal. For me, that's what heaven is for me. I know it's kind of awkward, but that's my heaven. Sorry if I missed a lot of your guys' questions. I'm way behind on the comments. What's up, Curtis? Hey, glad you to check in, buddy. Just prepped my 3rd of July display. What do you got set up for the 4th this year, Curtis? Or Curdy King? I know you gotta have something planned, right? I know we got Summerfest, but what are you doing before then? Alright, so yeah. Wire cutters to cut the fuses so we don't create a fire. Go ahead and poke all these. Hey! What's up, Richie? Nice you to tune in here. Hopefully you are coming down to Summerfest and Curtis hasn't taken you away. Because I might need help with my display. Richie, I got a lot of fireballs to prep. A lot of fireballs and a lot of slices. So hopefully you're coming down, you can help out a little bit, or at least someone can, because I'm going to need more than just me and Samantha to be able to shoot what I got planned at Summerfest. Let's see. Yeah, so Kart Racer Correct. If you don't have a magazine, you can work with whoever is a 1-3 display company or wholesaler around you. You can get a letter of contingency that basically says, hey, if I don't shoot this product in my show today, I will bring it back within 24 hours and let it be stored at the container at the 1-3 wholesaler. I mean, that's the legit way of doing it. I know a lot of people don't do that these days, as you know, they're just looking for the biggest bang, but I've seen how dangerous, you know, professional fireworks can be, and I don't want them to be taken away because someone used them miscorrectly. And, you know, store them in your house, dropping them, putting them inside, smoking around fireworks. I mean, that stuff's just straight stupid and very, very dangerous. You know, why risk your life for something you enjoy? And in a stupid way. Like, I mean, a lot of the accidents that happen in the firework industry that are on the professional side is just, you know, negligence or laziness. And that also goes to the consumer side of fireworks. Every danger that comes from fireworks is usually laziness or negligence, which that's up to the person, right? Well, if you don't give them a shot to use something that can harm them, maybe have less accidents, which is why regulated fireworks are so regulated these years. Got back-to-back shows on the 3rd and 4th, Curtis? Yeah, I got the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and then I'll be down at Summerfest. If I need some eggs made, well, hopefully we got enough black powder coming down there, because like I said, I don't have that much on hand. So hopefully we can get some from either Casabella's or somewhere else down there near the shoot site, because we're going to need it. Getting ready for the 1-3 shows? Yeah. Richie, how many were you able to get this year? Just the 2 that I know of? What's up, Georgia Pyro Dog? Nice of you to check in here. Hopefully that I can catch you during the work day and you got some time off today. Just prepping my 4th of July display. Yeah, to be honest about that, Richie, I don't think Sean even has a script started, to be honest with you, let alone product. So, who knows if there will even be a big display at Summerfest, and me and Curtis may be the only 2. You guys like doing the bottles? I don't like doing the bottles. For me, they always have problems and issues. The egg works perfect. Why break the silence on it, you know? I don't have to buy, you know, electrical tape versus a plastic bottle. Well, the plastic bottle, yes, it can be in there a lot longer, but then you have to make sure you have that hook down there, and I really don't like putting my hand in that tube with the lift charge already in there and you're moving it around and stuff. The egg, you just kind of drop it, right? Because if you seal it up right, it ain't going to float. We lagging here? I think this 2FA is typically what we use. Alright, we got these 4. So how are we going to fuse this? Since we're doing the daytime, we'll do 2 and 2. Alright. So let's get 2 of these matches together. I know, Pyro Dog. It is right around the corner, man. I wait for this week of the 4th every year. I'm always taking that whole week of work off and a week after to kind of enjoy my summer. So I'm on vacation for 2 weeks just to blow up the night sky and then relax for a week. So I'm excited for it. I know it's going to fly by because y'all know when you're having fun, time flies, and we already, what, 4 days into a 17-day vacation. I'm sure it's going to fly by pretty quickly, unfortunately. All right, yeah, we're just prepping the smoked cakes for my... There's a big lag. Well, see, the problem is I'm on Wi-Fi, so I don't know how we're going to refresh. All right, Kart Racer, thanks for stopping by. What's up, Midlow Pyro? Let's see what's causing that lag. Is it just in the stream, or is it on my end recording? Let me close out of it. I don't know if it's because there's too many of us in here or what. Yeah, there's a lag for everybody. We're about 4 o'clock. See, the problem is I don't know how I can do anything about it. Let me check the GoPro settings here. I mean, it shows my health is all the way up. Let's see. Looks good there. But how's it look on YouTube? Because I don't think it's lagging on my side. No lag? Okay, I think it's back. Let's hope it's back. Yeah, because I ain't getting no lag on the stream itself. I wonder if this YouTube just kind of causing issues. Because we were right next to the router, and I mean, I got a gigabyte, so it should be no problem on the Wi-Fi. That's why I'm doing the live streaming inside instead of outside like I did a while back. It's kind of laggy. Yeah, Anthony, California, I'd hate to have to try to get a license out in California because I'm sure it is darn near impossible to get one out there. Here in the Midwest, it's a lot easier. You don't have to jump through many hoops. You just gotta, be legit, be sane, know the do's and don'ts of the firework industry, and, not hurt anybody, right? Not sure where the lead is. Yeah, I don't know where it's coming from either. It could be because I'm on 1080. I mean, I always could downgrade the quality, but then I have to start stream over. How long does my show last? On the 4th of July, anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes. Just really depends on my firing speed and stuff like that. Like, I know there's a delay getting it from the GoPro to YouTube, because like right now, just from the preview that I got on my phone to see the comments, about 30 seconds behind. So maybe it's that. Call me California. I mean, it makes sense though, right? Just like Arizona. There's a lot of potential fires that can happen from fireworks, which makes sense. Like here in the Midwest, I think where Kansas can't have any bottle rockets or anything that, can set a house on fire up on the roof that you can't really control it easily. Yeah, typically 18-20 minutes is my show. Any shorter, I feel like I didn't blow up enough stuff. Any longer, I just feel like it's kind of monotonous. Now other people, like a fountain display, I could see that going on for longer, especially with music. But since I'm just going to have pure fireworks, I haven't yet wanted to do a pyro musical on the hill yet. Simply because it takes a lot of prep to do a pyro musical. And on the 3rd, when I'm shooting my 4th of July show, I just want to see a crap load of fireworks, And the best way to do that is to just blow up the night sky. By sending up volleys and mass launches of cases, right? That's the way that I like to do my show. I don't want to add music to it because then I have to kind of strategically place it out, and I already have enough shows that I have to work on that. So 3rd of July, just like blowing up the night sky. Yeah, what he said basically as well, I was lucky enough to just come across the right people at a firework demo for a display company, or to be honest, it was 76 fireworks. Just ran into the right person, and they were able to, get me in line with those good products that we all like to come across. Like, I think my video today or tomorrow was able to finally see a 4-inch strobe rocket in person, which was